In this part of the interview, Murphy's going to talk a little bit about how he became the head coach of the Kastles. He was here with his show Open Access last year doing a segment with Anna Kournikova, and now he's the head coach. He's going to talk about how that happened. He's going to start talking about the roster, Serena Williams in particular, some of our opponents such as Johnny Mack, and he's going to bust my chops a little bit because I'm a pretty easy target. Talk about how we have a stadium downtown, and how does that work with being DC's team? I mean, I don't know any other World Team tennis team with the stadium just right smack dab in the middle of the city on the old convention center grounds. How does that play into sort of the whole ambiance of the team?
Well, you know, you can put it out at the club. You can put it where the Legg Mason is, the ATP tournament. It's in a parking lot. They built this amazing stadium out of all this concrete and this, you know, everything around it. There's like 3 hotels. It's on a famous corner in the city. There's office buildings surrounding this. You're looking out your office and you're thinking, you know, the Washington Kastles match starts in 15 minutes and McEnroe's going to be there. I mean, you know, McEnroe himself, anytime he shows up on the court, is a case study for any psychiatrist. I mean, he promotes healthy living. I just love Johnny Mack because he's done so much for the game above and beyond what anybody even knows. I mean, beyond being a great commentator, he's always mixing it up. And in the city atmosphere there, I mean, you got cars driving by. It's a buzz. There's an atmosphere of, you know, with the band and the music and the food and the
just
fans.
energy.
There's energy, and we got cheerleaders, for God's sakes. I mean, every great World Team tennis team needs a lot of cheerleaders.
Let's start with last season to talk about this.
Serious.
Let's refocus.
Serious.
Let's take a moment, focus ourselves. Last season you were here with Open Access. And how do you go from being here last year, a year later, now you're the head coach?
Yeah.
Why did you choose DC? Why didn't you choose another team? You know, how did the discussions go? How did you end up head coach Washington Kastles?
You know, I was on assignment. How I ended up in DC was, like you said, being on assignment with Tennis Channel's Open Access, and also laying the groundwork for a future Murphy's Guide. This is a perfect city to do a Murphy's Guide. And the election was going on, and so our take on Open Access was I would run for president.
How many votes did you get?
I got a lot of
Really?
Tennis Channel votes.
I can imagine.
Were
they online votes, or were they actually write-ins like in the ballot box?
Yeah, I couldn't afford to really get on the ballot and to afford, you know, any staff or anything like that.
You got to raise money online. That's how you do it nowadays.
Really?
Yeah,
apparently. Well, maybe you can help me with that. But anyway, we get to town, and the assignment was Washington Kastles and Anna Kournikova.
Tough assignment, right?
Real tough. So after meeting with Michelle in Washington and visiting the New Zealand embassy and doing a couple other things, I had the one-on-one with Anna Kournikova. She was fantastic. She's as good as they come. But what I saw was after, like I said, 11 seasons of World Team Tennis, 8 different teams. I don't even remember 5 of them. I saw something different. I met Mark Ein.
The owner.
It's the real deal. It is the real deal. I don't think I was for a minute thinking, and I saw what this team, I mean, the other teams do stuff, but this team really gets out in the community. Every day that the Kastles team isn't playing, they'll be doing something within the community to help promote the game of tennis and give children that maybe are less fortunate a chance to play the game. And I didn't ask to be the coach. So I said, you know what, this is as good as it gets. Actually, let me show you something. This is a picture. So we asked, can you be out here when...
Oh, yeah, that's right. There he is.
Myself and Anna Kournikova, she's running out there. I'm getting high fives, or that's me in the red. And I said to Mark, if I can help you out. I said, Mark, you know, if I can help you in any way throughout the year, I'd love to do it. And we just actually, you know, and then the next thing you know, we're at the U.S. Open together, and I'm back at the Legg Mason, and he saw the reaction fans have to me. for some reason, I think tennis has been starving for the type of content that open access has given the tennis community. I think Murphy's Guide is a very entertaining show on the Tennis Channel. I think it's might be the most entertaining.
Check it out if you haven't already.
Murphy's Guide, do's and don'ts. Do head to thefuzzyball.com.
Fuzzy yellow.
Yellow fuzzy ball, tennisball.com. Don't go to the other websites because they're no good. Until next time, for Will, I'm Murphy Jensen.
Heard it from the master. Can't argue with that.
He's French. He's wearing Lacoste. Anyway,
Being Andy Roddick.
You know, I can't not be have fun. And so Mark saw the reaction the tennis community had from the shows I do. We formed a friendship. I had said I would love to help. Because while I was here with Tennis Channel, he's like, you're an ambassador for, you know, you're selling Washington Kastles, and you don't have to, you know. But I loved it. I mean, they put on the most professional show in town. So we continued our relationship and our friendship, and one thing led to another. And at first it was going to be I was going to be an ambassador. Fantastic. They said, you know, Murph, how'd you like to be our coach? I said, I looked for my dad. My dad was known as Coach. You know, I don't even think he has a first name, just Coach. And Coach Jensen. And it didn't hit me until we had the press conference announcing the stadium will be back at 11th and H, and the mayor and a few other guys and councilmen and things like that, and guys are referring to me as coach. So,
did you consult your brother at all, coach of Syracuse?
You know, Big Luke, he's now no longer the #1 son. I mean, he's coaching college tennis. I'm coaching professional tennis. Yeah, of course I did. He's my hero. And, you know, he's, in my opinion, probably the best coach in the world besides my dad. And, you know, my family, my mom and dad were both teachers and coaches, and I think what they instilled was first and foremost, win or lose, let's have some fun. I think that's why World Team Tennis really worked with the Jensen brothers. That's why we had 11 seasons. And then secondly, the goal this season is to win the thing. I mean, the advanced WTA World Team Tennis Championships are right here in DC. So what would be better to give to the Kastles fans than to be in the championship match?
Well, let's talk about the team itself. We have Serena Williams. I don't think
she's not bad.
She's I'd say decent.
Yeah.
You know,
at best.
Maybe 4.5, 5.0, something like that.
No, she's like 150.
150. Yeah.
Serena Williams. I mean, what, you know, that's going to be a coaching project.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be real tough.
She's a project. No, she's amazing, and you know, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, well,
how great is to have someone on your team that's is going in the Hall of Fame, breaking records left and right, and she's probably the most feared female tennis player ever to play the game.